I think I really enjoyed the independence and ownership aspect of pharmacy. I liked being able to control the environment that my patients had and improving on that. We've had so much opportunity between the pandemic and things like WISHIN to change people's perspective on what pharmacy can do. If you think of 3 points of the triangle, the patient, the provider, and the pharmacy, more often than not, 2 points have the information and 1 doesn't. And we're the last point before a patient goes home. So we need everything, if only to fill in the gaps for that patient, to reinforce for the patient, or if there's med errors, to correct those proactively when we can. Pharmacy does best when we have all the information. We use WISHIN in a lot of ways to fill in the gaps clinically when we need more information to determine if a therapy is appropriate. We need and use it if we're answering a clinical question for that patient. We're using it for logistical things like patient insurance records. So that just increases access to care when we can just solve that problem for them. I think a great example last week, we had a father and son, both thought they had COVID. Father was positive and a Paxlovid dose was sent to our pharmacy, but the son had received no communication from the urgent care. Additionally, the father had been prescribed a lower dose of Paxlovid for certain patients with decreased renal function. But in the prescription notes, there was no information given to us to confirm or deny that that was an appropriate therapy. 3 to 5 minutes later, after looking up their records on WISHIN, we confirmed both A, that the father had received the appropriate dose, and B, that the son's PCR test for COVID was negative. Now, this is a scenario pharmacies come across daily. Pre-WISHIN, it would have been a lot of phone calls. Pre-WISHIN, it would have been a lot of holding. Pre-WISHIN, it would have been a lot of back and forth, where we're in between the health system and the patient. It likely would have taken about an hour to 2 hours turnaround. So patients were ecstatic, we were ecstatic, because we want to provide better care. And in that scenario, we could. I think I would describe WISHIN as unique and indispensable. It is a perfect tool for pharmacies to help create value for their communities and increase their care.